Hey guys, and welcome back to the next episode of our Boston Celtics MyGM series. Last episode, we faced the Oklahoma City Thunder and had that wonderful 20-point comeback. We ended up winning by an average of about 20 points. I still do not know why, when I finish a game that I actually go through and play, the score changes in the calendar. Just as it says 138, 113 here, the actual score was about 10 points less for each team. I really don't understand why 2K does that. I'll have to look in the Steam forums to see what's going on with that. But today, I made a decision that it is about time that we get into the playoffs. Today, we're going to finish simulating the season, the rest of our games, simulate through everybody. We're going to make sure we're all set for the start of the playoffs, and we will go from there. First thing I want to do is I need to check on how the team is doing. Kyrie still is frustrated. Bobby Portis wants more playing time. But besides that, that is really our only morale issue. Derrick Rose is doing okay. But we really need to make sure that Kyrie's doing okay. I already tried to talk to him earlier, and there's nothing we can do. Hopefully he'll be willing to re-sign with us again for a longer-term contract. But we'll have to deal with that this offseason. But for now, we're going to go ahead and simulate through the rest of the season, and I'll bring you guys back to recap the games. So against the Blazers, a nice 13-point win, or a 23-point win, excuse me. Andre Drummond put up another double-double, 24 and 13 with 3 blocks. Kyrie with 20 and 13. Gary Harris, 8 of 10. And we actually had 8 players score in double figures. Gordon Hayward not getting as many shots up, but still a very good game overall. Oh no, you know whenever we talk to somebody in the parking lot, it cannot be good. So Brad Stevenson's seeing if we got a second. What's up, Brad? I'm hoping to get some honest answers. All this stuff in the news, yeah. The 90s themed cruise line going bankrupt. The fast casual cinnamon bun chain underperforming. Ticket price hikes in the middle of the season. I know what you said to the press, but what's really going on here? Forget free agents for a second. Are we going to be able to take care of our own guys this summer? I'm worried there'll be nothing left for the pot in the pot for us. I need to be honest with Brad. I'm gonna tell him what I know. You believe in deja vu, Brad? Sir, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I just feel like I have to spend half my life answering stupid questions about Bob's cruise lines and pastry shops. I appreciate that, but your statements to the press aren't exactly illuminating. I think I'm owed that, Alex. I'm the head coach, for crying out loud. I shouldn't be kept in the dark like this. Here's what I know for sure. I've been assured there aren't any real financial problems. The cruise line's going bankrupt. That's all made up for tax purposes. The ticket hike, well, I tried to steer them away from that, but yeah, that was pretty bad. I've been assured in no uncertain terms the revenue from the hike in ticket prices has been earmarked for improvements to the team. That includes players' salary, both for the guys already here and for potential free agents. If you're telling me that's all you know, I'm not going to question you. I just need to hear it from you directly. You know I can't take what you tell the press at face value. Of course, Brad, I understand that. That's definitely not a given in my experience. I really do think our relationship is special that way. I can always count on you to be straight with me. I have to tell him about Bernard. Hey, look. In all honesty, I don't believe a word Bob says when it comes to his money. You don't? I happen to know for a fact that Bernard is trying to buy back a controlling interest in the team. You're serious? I wouldn't believe it myself, except I was just in Bernard's office the other day, and he was trying to get me to promise to stay on as the GM. That's shocking. Yeah, it is a shock. But I don't think Bernard would have gone to the trouble of meeting with me if he didn't have rock-solid intel that Bob's looking to sell. You know, I didn't want to bother you in the parking lot, but I'm glad I did. Nothing I said leaves this parking lot, okay? Of course, that goes without saying. Not only we have my professional reputation at stake, but if anything gets out, it could blow up the sale of the team. Right. And at this point, I think we'd both rather see this happen than not. And again, I appreciate you being straight with me, Alex. You're one of the good ones. I don't care what they say about you. Very fine. Just remember, not a word to anyone. Hey, if we're gonna make this work with all this nonsense, we're gonna have to be closer than ever. Glad you see it that way. Someone's got to keep this ship running while the captain's off sinking cruise ships and eating cinnamon buns. That's exactly right. Just keep this to yourself, and I'll keep you posted if anything changes. And the 15-point win against the Sacramento Kings, Bojan Bogdanovic, 32 points. But Gordon Hayward had a nice game. Andre Drummond, yet another double-double of 5 steals. JaMychal Green, 16-9. Kyrie and Derrick Rose both struggled. But the bench with JaMychal Green and Andre Drummond were really able to help us pull out this game. Looks like we're talking to Zachary Staples. I actually, for some reason, I can't remember who he is, but I got orders from the top. Oh, this is the assistant GM. Or this is the... Okay. So this is the general manager of the Bulls, it seems. I got orders from the top to trim salary and looking to get Joakim Noah off the books. You know I love bad contracts. Where do I sign? Anyone ever tell you you're a funny guy? What's the offer? I'm willing to give you Frank Ntilikina to make it happen. That is interesting. I'm more of a Six Flags guy. I'll get on one of those civilian airplanes that goes to space. You want to go to space, Alex? I'm happy on Earth for the time being, but don't get far ahead of yourself. If I take on Noah, that's it for my cap space. But you're not signing anyone who's good a fit for you as Ntilikina. I guarantee you. Look, if you don't give me a decision, you don't have to give me a decision right now, but promise me you'll think about it, okay? We can circle back in a couple weeks, see how we're feeling. I'm gonna need more, let's wait and see. I'm gonna take a wait and see approach on this one, Zach. Not a problem, I'll be in touch. In the meantime, I'll send you some links to that civilian space program. I heard they spare no expense. Looking forward to it, Zach. And we take the 18-point win. We're on a 4-game winning streak. Kyrie Irving putting up 18. Andre Drummond is just dominating at the moment. 18-15, 3 steals and 4 blocks. Derrick Rose and Gary Harris and Gordon Hayward shooting okay from the field. Bobby Portis and the bench giving us nice production. We got bounced by the Utah Jazz. They had 7 players in double figures. Ricky Rubio with 18 and 12, and wow, we just shot horrible from the field. 5 of 22 from 3. Oh man, hopefully we'll be able to bounce back and hopefully maintain the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference. We just got a phone call from Andrew Sanderson, so let's see what he has to say. Big news, need to talk to you ASAP in person. Drop whatever you're doing and get over here now. Seattle. Oh my god. The owners committee just approved the relocation with a unanimous vote. Locked and loaded, baby. We're all in. Lash out, you kidding me? Seattle. What are we doing moving to Seattle when Bob's Cruise Line goes under and cinnamon buns he can't pay people to eat? This is insane. Are you messing with me? I'm dead serious. I've got to say I knew my dad told you this was the works. What's exactly the problem? The problem is I'm starting to think that all the worst rumors are true. Our priorities are all out of whack. Forget the meeting. Something just came up. I thought you wanted me to come in. My bad. I got some stuff I need to take care of. We'll catch up later, okay? No, you need to... Oh, my God. Do you want to push some time in your calendar, or... No, I'll be in touch. Have a good one, Alex. Oh, boy. This is frickin' wonderful. Relocation announcement set for June 6th, right before the finals. Keep quiet until June 6th. Not a word to anyone. Very delicate situation. This is absolutely horrible. But we do take the 7-point victory over the Toronto Raptors. Gordon Hayward had a nice game. Andre Drummond with a near double-double again. 5 steals for him. He is tearing it up right now. Great bench production. Derrick Rose with 10. Gary Harris with 18 as well. DeMar and Kyle Lowry were the only real scoring options for the Toronto Raptors. Here we go. Let the fireworks begin. Andrew tells me you're not on board with the move to Seattle. Something told me you might do that. I thought we were on the same page, Alex. What's going on with you? Oh boy. I'm going to resign. I can't stay on board if you're going to move this team. To be completely honest with you, Bob, for whatever reason, the move didn't seem real until Andrew came to me and told me it was final. Do you think I was lying? It just seemed that real to me. Now I don't think I can do this anymore. You know what? I'm not going to leave you in the lurch, but I'm going to finish the season. But after that, I'm resigning, Bob. I don't want to go to Seattle. I'm not going to look for another job in the offseason after I see this thing through for you. You're not the man I thought you were. That's not fair, Bob. It isn't fair. Screw you, Bob. I'm sorry you feel that way, but I've got to do what's best for me and my family. Better let you know now so you can plan for the future than spring it on you at the last second and leave you hanging. I'm sorry, Bob. It's true, and I'm not going to change my mind. Here's what I'm willing to do. We'll see. Let you finish out the seasons for us. Well, we'll see you get out of here on a high note. I don't want a reputation for being spiteful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm incredibly upset that you didn't come to me earlier with this. But at least you're willing to finish what you started. Sort of. I appreciate that, Bob. I'm sorry it didn't work out. Now, if you'll excuse me. You must have a lot to get on with. Thanks for your time, Alex. And in our next game against the Milwaukee Bucks, we're able to take the 11-point victory. Giannis put up 25, 9, 6, 3 steals, and 6 blocks, but it was not enough as Andre Drummond, 8 turnovers. We're going to have to see something about that. But he put up 23 and 3, 13. And we got a lot of great bench scoring in this game. Gary Harris, Bobby Portis, Kyle Korver even played a bit. Very, very good game overall. At a dinner with Bernard Patton, thanks for making some time for me, Al. I know you've got a lot on your plate right now. I wanted to touch base with you, keep you abreast of the situation, as it were. And what situation is that? It's a go. Define a go. The sale's going through. We want to iron out some details, dotting I's, crossing T's, that sort of thing. Sometime in the not too distant future, I'll regain full control of the Celtics. I was a little worried when I saw that basketball stuff in your office. Looked like you were going to lose your mind if you didn't get back in the mix. What can I say? I love the game. I hate to pry, but what still needs to be worked out? It said you're crossing T's and dotting I's, but in my experience, that can cause a lot of problems. Is this a sure thing or what? Well, that's the thing. I'm hoping you could help me out a little. I have every reason to believe our bid will be accepted. It's a tremendous bid. Bob would have to be out of his mind to turn it down. But I don't want to leave anything to chance. I wanted to look under every rock, consider every angle, and make sure I didn't overlook something that's come back to bite me at the last minute. So in the interest of being thorough, I wanted to ask you if there's anything you know that I don't. Anything at all that might help my bid look more competitive. Anything at all that can help me feel I've done my due diligence. I have to tell him about Seattle. One word. Seattle. So it's true. That's the plan, but you didn't hear it from me, alright? And between you and me, I don't like how Bob's handling it. Just the secrecy of the whole thing. Hiding from the fans when what's inevitable. It's not right. You know me, Bernard. I've always been a fan of the honest approach. I've got enough to worry about, but without having to keep track of a bunch of lies. Who needs that? Hey, I've got to take off. Got meetings shooting out my ears today. But listen, thanks again for giving me some of your time. It means a lot. Don't mention it. You should grab... Okay, I don't even know what that is. Exactly. What's your deal with pastry? What is the deal with this game and pastries? I'm going to move on from the pastry talk here. And the 20-point win against the Raptors. DeMar and Kyle Lowry, again, the main scorers. But Andre with 25, 13, and 6 blocks. Gordon Hayward with 24, Kyrie with 14, Bobby Portis with 14, and again, great bench scoring. So, here we go. I'm wondering, have there been any discussions on renaming the team? I'm not going to comment. How about the move itself? Can you confirm the Celtics are moving to Seattle? You're going to have to talk to Mr. Sanderson. If you want to talk about relocation, you'll have to address those questions to Mr. Sanderson. Is to build the roster and focus on developing players and put the best guys on the floor. Anything outside of that, that's Mr. Sanderson. The shooting is really bogging us down. 8 of 22 from 3. Bobby Portis struggled. Andre Drummond and Gary Harris are all the way down here. Kyle Korver were shooting pretty well. But Drew Holiday, Dwayne Wade, and Zach LaVine all had 20-point games. Hopefully, we'll be able to check and maintain our second seed in the Eastern Conference. So our next game, we are very, very close to facing either the Heat or the Bucks. I'd really rather face the Heat. So I'm hoping that we actually lose these two games and the Cavs will jump up ahead of us so that we can play either the Heat or the Nets. But we do pick up the 17-point win. Gary Harris had a coming-out game. 20 points, 5 assists. Very good scoring overall. Dennis Schroeder with 28, but it was not enough. Look at this. Now, ignore the Bernard Patton. 2K messed up, but that's supposed to be Bob Sanderson, the current owner. Is contingent on compliance with the confidentiality clause. Any employee who leaks information to the press when pending relocation is in breach of the contract. Loose lips sink ships. Stay the course. I don't know. Bob Sanderson better sell the team. If not, we may have to move on. So that will end the regular season. We ended up going with 51 wins. End of the year awards. Russell Westbrook wins the MVP. 29 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals. Nearly a triple-double. Rookie of the year goes to Lonzo Ball. 11 points, 7 assists, and 2 steals. Rudy Gay of the San Antonio Spurs wins Sixth Man of the Year. 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Yeah, there we go. Our own Andre Drummond wins Defensive Player of the Year. 50% from 3. Okay, then 14. He averaged a double-double, 14 and 13, with 2 steals and 2 blocks. Very nice. And the most improved player goes to Buddy Hield with 14 points. Mike D'Antoni wins Coach of the Year, and we win Executive of the Year. Very, very nice. But thank you guys for watching this jam-packed episode. I know this episode a bit longer, but I wanted to end off the season today. Next episode, we'll look into the start of the playoffs, but thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more NBA 2K18 Celtics MyGM, and I'll see you next time.